A presentation on Keith Miller by Chris. Early background and career. Keith Miller was one of the best Australian all-rounders in cricket. He was a crowd favourite. Keith was born on November 28, 1919, in Sunshine, Melbourne, Victoria. As a kid, Keith was obsessed with sports. In the winter, he played AFL, and in the summer, he played cricket. As a kid, Keith was small for his age, and when his father taught him how to play cricket, he taught him to prioritize technique rather than power. This was helpful down the line because he developed the technique at a young age and he developed the power as he grew older and taller. But at this young age, Miller wanted to become a horse jockey because he thought he didn't have the physique to do well in cricket or football. Miller once went to Melbourne High School, where he joined the cricket team. He gained attention for his defensive and technical ability. However, at the end of 1934, he got an average grade of 25% and scored 0 for the final exam for geometry. So he was forced to repeat Year 9. But he passed Year 10 by passing 5 out of his 8 subjects. He then made his debut for South Melbourne in a district competition in 1936, where he scored 61 runs. In 1937, Miller's football career also started to take off. He played in the Victorian Football Association for 3 years, mostly as a defender. Picture 1 is a picture of Miller's Melbourne High School cricket team. It was when they won their first Sheffield Shield, and Miller is the short guy towards the right, standing. At this age, he was pretty short. He was like 5'7" or something. Yeah, but at 17, he had a huge growth spurt, which I'll talk about later. Miller opposed university and left school without completing his graduation year and started to work as a clerk for a car business. He thought that further education was unnecessary because he could make a career out of sport. Miller also had a role in World War II. He was a pilot in the Royal Australian Air Force. He carried out raids over Germany in a Mosquito Night Fighter, which is a type of jet that was introduced during the Second World War, and it was constructed out of wood. And in 1941, it was the fastest operational aircraft in the world. Miller got married to Peg Warner and had 4 sons, and later on he married Mary Chelman, who was a long-standing friend of his. Miller's played football for St Kilda, playing 50 matches from 1940 to 1942 and in 1946. However, he excelled at cricket. Keith Miller is considered to be Australia's greatest all-rounder. Keith was an outstanding all-rounder who scored 2,598 runs and took 170 wickets. Miller became the captain for the New South Wales team in 1952 to 1953 and led them to win the Sheffield Shield 3 times in 4 years. Keith retired from cricket after a tour of Pakistan, India, and England. After retiring, he spent 20 years as a cricket writer for the Daily Express. Keith Miller died on the 11th of October 2004 in a Melbourne nursing home on the Mornington Peninsula. Picture 2 is showing Miller reading a book called Wisden Cricketer's Almanac, and the photo was taken in 1951.